Salutations, everyone! Welcome back to another Crusader Kings 3 modded Lord of the Rings playthrough. So, the Realms in Exile mod has recently come out with their new expansion beta. It's important to point out it is a beta. They put it out, some of the features are still missing, but it's playable. They put it out so people could test it and everything. Anyhow, it's pretty good. I enjoy it. So, we are going to start as Aragorn, which was what people picked in a poll. Personally, I think the dwarves would have been more interesting, but for now, we'll play as Aragorn. So, Aragorn is, well, at this point, is 68 and is an absolute monster ruling in the north. So he's not in Gondor. He's up here in Arnor. He's kind of, this is his base of power. We will later gain more influence over the rest of the area. Oddly enough, there is no legacy for Aragorn or anything special for the North Kingdom. So for now, we will probably pick cheaper hunt and feasting, and that is it. Apparently, there is very little legacy attached to this dynasty, which I hope changes in the release, because this is the Isildurnach dynasty, which was founded by Arnor, which is a subset of the Elrossian dynasty, which is the brother of Elrond over here. So, it's a little interesting. Anyhow, let's see. We actually want money to start. We've got a lot of good stats. Currently, I think we don't count as betrothed to Arwen or anything, and his mother, who at this point is still alive, is in fact the only heir of his realm. Let's see what else we got to do. Men-at-Arms. We have Dunedain Outriders. Pretty good pursuit, actually. And we have a Mangonel. Why the Dunedain have siege weapons at this point, not entirely clear. Let's get some stuff, bringing in some money. So, important thing to note here. It's not available at the moment. Okay, well, we'll process for it a few days first. There we go. Chief to the Dunedain. No immediate effects. However, what it does do is it does give us control over these other territories. Up here we have the ruins of Annúminas, which was the capital of Arnor. In fact, the whole map is now populated with a lot more events. We've got Nelvarin, Caris Calathnin, I guess. We've got the Great Smiles, Bag End, Brandy Hall, the Prancing Pony, the Barrow Whites, Dead Man's Dyke up here, which was Fornost, and ruins of Amonsul, also known as Weathertop. Ruins of Kemeth Bryn, and the Tomb of the Ancestors up there, among other things scattered around the map. Sadly, we don't have anything special on our end. It's just the way it goes. So, what do we want to start with for money? Manor houses is the most productive of those options. And I guess that's it. We'll actually start getting money rather than anything else. I think we're pretty good on everything. We will, however, raise our realm authority up a level. In case, for some reason, one of our extraordinarily loyal vassals revolts against us. And unfortunately, there is no specific decisions in the beta release or anything. Yeah, I suspect that will come later. So, most of the gameplay for Aragorn at the beginning, at this point, is colonization games. So, we're going to expand south because I want to get to Farbad down here, which if upgraded gets a lot of money. So, we will colonize this. As usual, we have to remove... This is the mechanic from the Elven expansion, or the War Under the Trees. It takes time to get done. And more importantly, we have to develop its development to level 3 in order to actually be able to make it a settlement. A roadside stall. I think we'll take the experience rather than a tiny bit of money. And at some point we will have a decision to take over the South Kingdom if we want to, which we will do, because it allows Aragorn to marry Arwen. Also, I should point out there will be no background music for this game. They'll just be the sounds, and in fact, I'm adjusting them at the moment. That's because we don't want to run across any Lord of the Rings copywriting, other than the fact that the mod uses Lord of the Rings. But it's not for profit, so it fits under US laws, I believe. We should probably get another income building going. Well, the most productive one is, interestingly enough, workshops for us, but we don't have enough money. For now, I'll do cattle pastures, just to get some income. And that's done. So we could either build a building, which really isn't worth it, or we could upgrade the settlement, which we can't afford either. So I think I will wait and get a trading outpost. 0.4 golds until we fully upgrade it. Actually, you know, it's never going to pay for itself, is it? Unless we take years to upgrade it. Oh well. The Gibbering Fool. Do you play Gibbers or Gibbets? We'll lose the stress. We could go hunting. We don't want to go hunting. Instead, we want to unlock cutting cornerstones, making all buildings that much cheaper. We also should check about our culture. We are... What are we working on? We want windmills, because windmills give us development. Even though it's a pathetic development amount. In case no one has noticed or thought about it, there's basically no development in the Kingdom of Arnor, being all wilderness. Ooh, awesome. If you can pay me in hard coin, the land is his. And then we just simply go and assign our marshal to rein him in. I love that event. It's arguably one of the stronger and more broken events you can get early game. Let's see. Oh, Balin's expedition was killed off over here. It happens. The dwarves of the Blue Mountains over here are improving their delvings. This guy is expanding. By the way, I altered colonization rules to allow for a bit more colonization among characters, just because there's almost no way I'm going to be able to colonize this whole area. It'd take literally longer than we have for this series to do. The mother has passed on. She's our last parting Estelle, aged by care. We have no player heir. So if Aragorn dies, game's over. So keeping Aragorn safe, actually not a big priority considering he has 43 prowess, but you can randomly get killed by squirrels. So we will avoid fighting anything if we can that would kill us. Elrond wants an alliance, sure. And he is expanding outwards. So he should only colonize the Elven homelands area. What I did for the expansion was allowed more expansion in historical areas rather than lore expansion. Okay, that's almost done. Development of 3. Okay, so actually I'm going to leave it developing further, but we'll get some more income coming in. I really don't want to play chess with Elrond. I mean, that's we might win, but the guy's a genius elf that is really ancient. Surely he knows some chess moves. Ah, the wolves of Gondor are back, which means we will have to get rid of them before we can make it a feudalize into a castle. And we also need like 150 gold, so a bit of a break. Loyalty more than levies. Awesome. Faster building. Exactly what we need. Arguably, probably one of the strongest lifestyle perks in the game. The faster construction time. Especially when you're colonizing. Okay, we could feudalize into a castle. Perfect. We now have another holding. We're going to want to work our way south, so looking at another 100. Obviously, we have no income here, because you lose any income buildings, if we had built any. Walls and towers? Yeah, I think I'm better off colonizing. Farbad, if we can get it going, is arguably one of the richest provinces in the game. Also, everything is held by Tom Bombadil with 0 development. All of this wilderness is Tom Bombadil's wilderness, which is a nice little nod towards one of the more interesting characters missing from the film. You know what? Since we have some cash... Oh. Somebody's converted to the Path of the Elder King. Zealous supporters of Elendil. We could convert to it. We're going to stick with our default one. We will fight the wolves. We have a 95% success chance, so why not? Do that there. I really want to get another farms and fields. Wow. More people converting to the Path of the Elder King. Wow, we'll have some strong supporters. Took out some bears. Farms and fields. Basically, the only challenge to our expansion is how much money can I make and how fast can I make it. So I actually expand. Hey, Bree expanded. Bree normally doesn't expand, so the changing in colonization is good. Ah, the hobbits are expanding. Led by Thane Ferumbus the Old of the Took family, whose heir is Sheriff Paladin. And there's your Peregrine Took later on. For those of you who are curious who that person is, that would be Pippin's grandfather, the current Thane of the Shire, which, if you read the books, you would very well be forgiven to not realizing that the Thane is basically king of the Shire. Although it's a pretty loose monarchy. Oh, look at Elrond go. Of course, wow. Maybe I shouldn't have changed on the aggressive expansion. Look at the elves go nuts. Wow. Well, it'll fill out the map more. Vile rumors. The hobbits want me to become their protectorate. Sure. It has no consequences becoming their subject nation, because we'll break out of it when we take over Gondor. But it's funny that the Shire militarily is stronger than us. Oh, bother. Disease outbreak. Awesome. Okay, we saved the colony. Otherwise, we would have gone back to the wilderness, and we'd have to pay like another 500 gold to get it to a settlement. And there we go. At some point, we'll have to start giving our titles away to other people. But for now... Oh, we've got a colonial feud going on. Military outpost, economic outpost, or a middle ground. It really doesn't make a huge difference, but The middle ground should work nicely. And now all we need is get the development up and 150 gold. And it might be actually worse for me to colonize this province so Elrond doesn't start colonizing our area. Yeah, we'll skip that. Also, I should really equip his artifacts. Ring of Barahir, Shards of Narsil. Get that done. Always forget to do that stuff. And there we go. Feudalize into a castle. So, we want to own the Tharabad region. So we don't actually care about this settlement. So I will grant it to somebody with Númenórean blood. You look like you'll be perfect for the job. I want to keep that Númenórean blood going as long as possible. You know what would be a really interesting mechanic for this game? Not that I think they will alter Aragorn's playstyle that much, is to have little, almost like goblin raids pop up and march towards like the Shire or other places, and you have to kind of march your troops to stop them. Because historically, the Dunedain were the protectors of the Shire. They spent a long time holding the borders. It's kind of glossed over in the main Tolkien writings, but elsewhere it's interesting. Let's see. Okay, that's working. We don't care about that. Ah, Holy War for the Refuge of Imladrit. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to decline that. Oh, bother. He's fighting the leader of the Goblin Town. He should win. He should easily win. We're friends with the Thane of the Shire. Elrond's army should absolutely stomp them. Plus Galadriel's involved. He lost most of his levies. There we go. The event has arrived. The time has come to unveil us to take over the throne of the Southern Kingdom. So, technically, we could accept this, or we could decline it. I have done an Aragorn run. It's the only difference is we get some other stuff. But I imagine people will want to see the reunified kingdom, so we will take it and see if we get the throne. There we go. The return of the king. And now we have a lot of wars we need to win. So, we can call upon the Oath of Ale, which we want to do. We could gaze in the Palantir. We don't want to do that. Let's put on the Crown of Gondor. Okay, I guess it hasn't adapted our court. Or it doesn't adapt the courtroom to the Gondorian one, at least not at the moment. Even though we do have the throne and a Palantir. Court grandeurs below accepted. That's not surprising, considering we're literally wilderness wanderers. Okay, we need to raise some troops to fight Sauron. We don't have a lot of troops to fight Sauron. Well, that's why we called upon the Rohirrim, right? Now, we can still do our colonization stuff up here. We'll just have to focus on the south as well. What else do we need to do? Call upon Elrond for the Mordor invasion. We're over our limit. Okay, we will pass off this. And now our culture, of course, is going to shift. So, definitely more advanced than what we had. Okay, Guards the citadel. Gondoran footmen. I'm going to give it a little bit longer here. Once we get this stuff going. So we could either have the Crown of Gondor, which is good, or we could have the Eldamir of Valandil. Honestly, I think the Eldamir is worth more. But then we lose one of our domain limits. Yeah, let's not do that. Okay, now we have 5,000 troops coming in. Also, the stewards of Gondor here under Denethor are still fighting, or were fighting the war. They're not fighting it now. Standing armies, probably. There we go. We get 500, and we get an army annoyingly up here. I'm gonna have to rebase our capital after this war for sure. Rohan will help me. This is currently disabled, which is a little annoying, but that's just how it goes. We will become Tar Elessar, the Renewer. Okay, we've won a war. Awesome. Probably shouldn't attack till my army's fully mustered. We are now a member of House Telkontar, which is a more prestigious lineage. Can't stop them there. These guys need to be stopped as well. Let's kick these guys out at least. We'll have him marry Arwen. But we can't till we're done the war. Okay. Okay, get them out of the war. Get Endurul. Group my army up. There we go. Take on Saurons, if we can. Thank goodness for Theoden showing up. Helps a lot. Of course, I don't believe the Rohirrim have siege weapons, which means I need to help them take back my settlements. A little awkward, they don't know how to siege down walls. Peace? I can take peace. I will take peace. Now we have to go take out these guys. Meanwhile, let's see how our development up north is going. It's got a long way to go. So we've got the rest of the lands join under us. Paladin and the others pop under us. We could invite elves if we've got stuff. We can promote the Gondorian Renaissance and proclaim the reunited kingdom once we get out of this war. We have a lot of mechanics to do. Oh, can we duel this guy? 38 though. Not worth it. Better to vassalize somebody. Transfer that. Just trying to reorganize here as much as possible. Well, at least the stewards did a decent job repairing this area. Quick do that. Get some more money. This should be a fairly easy battle to win. We just got to get there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, time to get the Arwen marriage done. And a lot of other events. So, plan the great wedding, confirm. Actually, we'll hold the grand wedding here because it's the capital for now. So we don't have to go anywhere. So we'll do that. Then we'll move the capital to Minas Tirith. But before any of that, we will stop here because it's 25 minutes. So see you guys all another time as we continue rebuilding the Reunited Kingdom, which may involve some war against other cultures because they are colonizing where we don't want them to colonize. See you guys all then. Bye for now.